Welcome to Messi World. Welcome to our Top 10 Tuesday, where we're going to go over the top 10 celebrity news headlines of the day. So before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you can be notified of all our videos, and make sure you share the video. All right, so let's get into it. Top 10 headline number 10, Russell Wilson and Ciara make a victory video after signing a $140 million contract. Yes, Russell Wilson, he has the victory. He got a new contract for $140 million. So let's go ahead and watch the video.
Deal.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. But I'm gonna see y'all in the morning.
Good night.
Time for y'all to go to bed.
Finally, you can go to sleep.
See y'all in the morning.
Okay, so you see the video. He posted that video on his Instagram page, and that was a cute little video of him and his wife celebrating and just excited over getting this new $140 million contract. Well, some of his teammates seen it and they thought it was funny, so they did a parody of the video. Let's go ahead and watch that real quick.
We got a deal. Go Hawks. ACL, we got a deal. Go Hawks.
So that was pretty funny for his teammates to do. They're probably laughing because they're not getting that $140 million deal. But anyways, so what happened was the Seahawks signed this $140 million deal late Monday night. All right, $65 million of that money is guaranteed. So this deal makes Wilson, who is 30 years old, the highest paid player in the league. All right, he's overtaken Aaron Rodgers, Matt Stafford, Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins, even Tom Brady with this $140 million contract. All right, so unlike most players who would probably be out popping bottles and hitting the club, Wilson was just being at home with his wife, all right, cuddled in bed, and they were just celebrating this deal together. So, that's what they do, and they probably will be celebrating later. But if you're wondering why Russell Wilson is worthy of this $140 million contract, well, Wilson has been a monster on the field since being selected by the Hawks in the third round of the 2012 NFL Draft. He's racked up a total of 6 Pro Bowl appearances and led the Hawks to a Super Bowl victory during the 2013 season. All right, so Seattle has reached the playoffs 6 of the 7 years he's been under that position as quarterback. He also holds a ton of Seahawks team records, including highest career passer rating and most career rushing yards. All right, so major shout out and congratulations to Ciara and Russell Wilson for this $140 million contract. All right, let's get into number 9. Michelle Obama ripped for comparing Trump to divorced dads. Wow, yes, Michelle Obama is receiving heat and backlash for comparing Donald Trump to divorced dads in this video. So let's go ahead and watch the video before we get into what really happened. This video was obtained by The Independent, so we're going to go ahead and watch the video and see what is so appalling about Michelle Obama's comments.
America is like a teenager.
We are a teenager. We talked about this. We're like a teenage country.
We're confused because our body is changing.
We're changing all over the place. And we come from a broken family. We're a teenager where, we're a little unsettled and, having good parents, is tough. Sometimes you spend weekends with divorced dad and that feels like it's fun, but then you get sick. That's what America's going through. We're kind of living with divorced dad right now.
I tell you what, kids, here's the key to the car. Liquor cabinet's over there. I'm going out with my hot young girlfriend. Don't break anything.
Okay, so Michelle Obama was in London for promoting her book, Becoming. All right, when she basically was struggling to find a metaphor describing America's fascination with Donald Trump. All right, so in this video, you can hear Stephen Colbert, who basically asked her the question of what America is going through, and she basically compared it to a child or a teenager having an experience with a divorced dad. All right, so there has been fallout from the video, and people have been in an uproar about it. Someone tweeted, "I admire Michelle Obama, but I really wish she wouldn't use divorced dads as a metaphor for Trump. I hear some of them are quite awesome." Someone else said, "As a divorced dad, I do my best to raise my son into a kind of a man of which we all can be proud. Your comment doesn't help people see that I'm conscientious and competent to do a good job." All right, so let's go on over to Twitter and see what else people had to say about these comments by Michelle Obama. All right, so one Twitter says, "Divorced dads, you really are an a-hole. I am so sad. I truly admired and respected you. I am sick at your words. You categorize all divorced dads into something negative. You are out of touch and privileged. So because husband and wife split, dad is a bad guy?" All right, he does make a point. I mean, how many of us have come from divorced homes, or had one parent separate, and so that just because they separated or divorced, that really didn't make your dad a bad parent. Someone else says, "I don't say things like this, but F you with Adam Schiff's pencil." Hashtag Michelle Obama. All right. Let's see what else some people had to say. Somebody said, "At Michelle Obama, you went low on this one. I take offense at being compared to Trump. I put 4 daughters through college, 1 Harvard undergrad and Columbia Med, 1 Notre Dame Law, 1 CLU, and the 4th going to 4th year at Columbia, and I'm middle class. Rethink, please." Someone else said, "I guess she's back to no longer being proud of America. That's okay. Even when her husband was president, I was still proud of America despite my aversion to him as president." All right, so some of these people do have good points. Just because they were a divorced dad didn't make them a bad parent and didn't make the child's experience bad. So yeah, this is kind of sad that she would say that and compare Donald Trump's behavior to a divorced dad. She could have chose another example. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to number 8. Number 8, Blac Chyna is reportedly hit with a lawsuit for $48,000 in back rent. Wow. All right, so according to TMZ, Blac Chyna's landlord has officially filed a lawsuit against her for allegedly breaking her lease 5 months early and refusing to make rent payments since she left. Wow. So Blac Chyna's landlord is super mad at her for breaking her lease 5 months early, and she has not paid a dime since she left. Chyna just got sued from her landlord for this home in Studio City, California, that she had been renting since April 2017. In the suit, the landlord says Chyna's lease called her to be there through March 2019, but for some reason she upped and moved back in November 2018. So according to the lawsuit, Chyna owes $55,546 for about 5 months of unpaid rent. All right, so the landlord subtracted her $25,000 deposit, but he tacked on $18,000 in damages. All right, so he claimed that there were fixtures that were removed and equipment that was removed from the house. All right, so Chyna owes this man $55,546 in unpaid rent. All right, it also says that Blac Chyna is $48,546 in the red, according to the docs that were obtained by TMZ. So the landlord is suing her for that amount plus interest and attorney fees. All right, so Chyna, this is sad. She's probably going to have another baby soon or something to get this paid. She might have to come on Keeping Up with the Kardashians to get this paid. I don't know why she would move out, but maybe it might come out later why she did not pay this rent. All right, so there you have it. All celebrities, everything that glitters is not gold, and all celebrities ain't making it out here in these streets. Some are getting hit with lawsuits, and some can't pay up because they don't have the money. So maybe this is a situation where Chyna cannot pay up because she doesn't have the money. So we're gonna have to find out what's going on with Chyna and why is she holding out on paying this man's rent. Chyna, it's time to pay up. All right, so let's move on to number 7. All right, number 7. All right, so Laura Ingraham is being called out by rappers to be fired. All right, so some of you may have already heard of this headline, but this headline was still hot today. People are still in an uproar about Laura Ingraham and her comments that she made on Nipsey Hussle. All right, so in case you missed it, Fox News anchor Laura Ingraham is being called out for a controversial segment that she made about Nipsey Hussle on Ingram's show last week, which was broadcast one day after Hussle's memorial. She introduced a segment about his legacy and sarcastically referred to Hussle as this dear artist. Ingraham played a portion of the 2016 song FDT, which was recorded by rapper YG, and it was featuring Hussle, all right, and it includes the chorus F Donald Trump. So she went on to say, okay, that's a very creative refrain. And she said that jokingly. She says, the chorus that goes on and on, is that related to lowest unemployment ever, basically for African Americans? All right, so since this video has gone viral, and let's go ahead and play the video so you can see exactly what she said that was very offensive.
Thousands line the streets to say goodbye to rapper Nipsey Hussle. Now, this dear artist recently released a song called FDT, F Donald Trump. Okay, now that's a very creative refrain.
Very catchy.
Very catchy.
Irving Berlin, look out.
Is it? It all began and ended with Irving Berlin for you, didn't it?
Yeah.
So the refrain, the chorus, it goes on and on. Is that related to the lowest unemployment ever, basically, for African Americans?
But now, for those who might not remember, this is 70s. Come on down.
Wasn't he on Hollywood Squares?
Nipsey Hussle.
Wow, that was so mad disrespectful. Just, I have no words for it. All right, so The Game, TI, and Snoop Dogg are just a few of the rappers who have, weighed in on this situation, and this is what The Game has had to say about it. He says, so let me tell you what's going to happen here at Fox News. Fires this disrespectful by tomorrow, Monday morning, or you will lose millions of viewers, one person at a time, until it drastically affects your ratings, views, etc. If our demographic doesn't affect that, we will stop support of all sponsors immediately. We are no longer laying quiet while you continuously disrespect our brother culture, African Americans as a whole. I will use my platform and call on my peers to do the same. Nip's passing nor his legacy is to be taken lightly, as there will be consequences for any disrespect now or in the future as long as I have a voice. I'm asking all of my followers, fans, friends, and family to spread this video with demands of Laura Ingraham's termination immediately. This is not a game, and my brother's untimely demise has noticeably shifted the world and brought people from all ethnicities together in mourning. There is a power in that will be used, and action will be taken from now going forward. We will not be accepting any apology from her. We want her fired, period. The marathon continues. Do not let this slide, my people. I know you can feel the energy Nip left all of us. I know you feel it. All right, so that was very heartfelt from The Game, speaking the truth, representing the community and the culture. I'm glad that some of the rappers are speaking up, not letting this go by. This was very disrespectful. And Fox News is pretty much known for being disrespectful. And, I wonder if they will fire Laura Ingraham. but I honestly don't think they will. I think she will continue to have her platform, and I really don't think that much will be done because she probably carries the views of Fox, and they probably really don't think much of it. So yeah, but we'll be paying attention to see if she does get fired. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to number 6. Number 6, State Attorney Kim Fox calls Jussie Smollett a washed up celeb. Okay, so it has come out that Kim Fox, some text messages have been leaked in which she called Jussie Smollett a washed up celeb just 2 weeks before dismissing all charges against him for allegedly triggering a massive police investigation based on his big fat lie, right? Of course, because he faked the attack and it was all a big fat lie, but he eventually got off of all charges. All right, so Kim Fox has responded to these texts, but let's see what the texts were about. She wrote, pedophile with 4 victims, 10 counts. All right, so in this part, she was talking about R. Kelly, what the charges were against R. Kelly. She then goes on to say, washed up celeb who lied to cops, 16. All right, so as you know, Kelly was charged with 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse, and Jussie got 16 accounts against him. And then, so once his case was dismissed, it was suggested that he would perform community service, which in fact he did not. And so Kim Fox was in this text basically saying, so why do I need to tell you about it? We can just go ahead and read the text. It says, pedophile with 4 victims, 10 counts, washed up celeb who lied to cops, 16, on a case eligible for deferred prosecution. I think it's indicative of something we should be looking at generally. Just because we can charge something, doesn't mean we should. All right. And the person she was speaking to said agreed. All right. So after all this, Jussie Smollett was ordered to do community service, but he did not. He worked at Jesse Jackson's charity for a few hours the weekend before the charges were dismissed, but it was not court ordered or monitored. Now, as you know, the city of Chicago is now suing Jussie for all the investigative costs and various penalties, which could amount to $500,000. Fox says in the text that basically this was a clear case of overcharging. All right, so what do y'all think about this? Was Jussie overcharged compared to R. Kelly? And what do y'all think about her calling Jussie a washed up celeb? Is she true or is she false? Let us know what you think. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Number 5, Kodak Black responds to TI's new track where he addressed their beef. All right, so Kodak Black went on live again to take aim at TI and his family after TI threw shots at Kodak in a new track he previewed on Friday. All right, so this is talking about the beef that has stemmed between Kodak Black and TI after Kodak made some very disrespectful comments concerning Lauren London after the passing of Nipsey Hussle. So Kodak Black has had a lot to say about this, and you can check out my video that I did on this. All right, so Kodak Black, of course he has a lot to say. All right, so he's obviously gone on his live and made some comments. Right, so T.I. made this track, all right, in response to Kodak Black's comments about Lauren London. All right, so clearly he was dissing Kodak Black. Basically T.I. was saying in his track that he was unapologetic for the things that he said to Kodak. All right, so what do y'all think about Kodak's response? Whose side are you on in this beef concerning T.I. and Kodak? Does Kodak have a valid point as far as, T.I. being an old school rapper, a little bit mature? Why is he still making diss tracks towards this 21-year-old rapper? Kodak snapped back basically saying, why don't you have one of your sons make a diss track? Would that be more on the level? All right, so let us know what you think about this. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to headline number 4. All right, number 4. Nipsey Hussle's kids don't need charity handouts because he set them up for life. All right, so this news headline comes as a response of celebs trying to set up GoFundMe and crowdfunding for Nipsey Hussle. So has come out that his family has politely shut down all fundraising efforts to support his kids. Why? Because it turns out that Nipsey Hussle has made sure they would be financially secure. All right, so sources close to Nip's family told TMZ that Nipsey made sure his two children, Imani and Cross Askedam, would never have to rely on other people for money. All right, so I mean, yes, it really just doesn't make sense why anybody would think that this rapper who was all about his business and all about entrepreneurship, all about helping out his community, wouldn't secure his children first. All right, he had money, he was, focused, he was all about gaining assets and building wealth. So why wouldn't he take care of his children first? So that just doesn't make any sense at all. So there have been multiple crowdfunding pages popping up for them, including one from retired NFL star Reggie Bush. And we're told that the family wants everyone to know that the kids are more than all right. So, in case you did not hear about this, it came out on Monday that Reggie Bush and his wife were setting up a crowdfund for Nipsey's children. All right, so Bush was trying to set up a GoFundMe in hopes of raising $100,000 for Nipsey's kids. He was personally chipping in $10K to get things started, but that fundraiser has already been scrubbed from the internet. So, of course, people were outraged at this. So Reggie posted this on his social media. Please join us in reaching our goal of 100K. This money goes directly to a trust fund set up by Lauren London that directly benefits at Nipsey Hussle's two kids, Imani and Cross. All right, so Karen Civil, who is a marketing strategist, immediately responded to Reggie Bush. She said, please remove this tweet as this was privately asked of you already. The family nor Lauren requested this and you did it anyways. All right, so that's just crazy that him and his wife, of course, people have dragged him because his wife looks a lot like Kim Kardashian. They have dragged him in the past that he went and married another Kim Kardashian. Anyways, so they tried to ask him privately to remove these tweets, but I guess he did not want to do it. He thought it was a joke, so she had to come on him and embarrass him publicly. All right, so then Reggie tries to respond and says, wait, what? Nah, that's actually incorrect. Check your facts. What would I gain from this at Karen Civil? And this is the very last time I will speak on it out of respect for everyone. God bless. All right, so he's going on to say, not sure where this came from, but you must be sadly mistaken if you think we just lost our minds and made up some fake GoFundMe page. I mean, me and my wife spent an hour in that room stressing about how to even do the video. So this was just, I don't know, he was just clout chasing, basically, trying to profit off of this, trying to, maybe him and his wife are just trying to seem like they're doing a good deed. But this is just out of line. You need to go to the family first and ask them if this is even necessary. You don't just up and try to put up a GoFundMe page for this family, especially since this family is probably already well taken care of. And if they needed anything, they could go to some celebs in their inner circle and ask for it. So this was just out of line. I'm pretty sure Reggie Bush and his wife were not in Nipsey's inner circle, so they were just all types of wrong for this. So, of course, Karen Civil responded and said the campaign was removed as we requested. Family did not ask for this. And then Reggie Bush, he had to have the last say, so he said, man, I'm exhausted, laugh out loud. Emotional stress is really draining. Everything is a learning experience. Embrace it. Don't run from problems or issues, whatever it is. Get through it to get through it. In the end, something special is waiting for you. I wish the younger me knew this. Okay, so he tried to divert from the issue at hand and just talk about something that doesn't even make sense. But anyway, so basically Reggie Bush and his wife have been shut down, and it has come out from the family that Nipsey Hussle's kids are well taken care of, so they didn't need any of this. All right, so moving on to number 3. Number 3, Kevin Hunter apologizes to Wendy Williams, says, I am not proud of my recent actions. All right, so apparently Kevin Hunter has spoken out about this divorce that is going on between him and his wife, Wendy Williams. All right, so everybody, you already know that Wendy Williams has filed for divorce officially from her husband. Someone from her family has made a statement and said that she did file the papers as of last Thursday. So, as you know, she's been throwing shade at her husband on her show. Of course, it's not a hot topic yet, but she has been throwing major shade at her husband. And so he's basically had to follow up with an apology. All right, so the Blast has reported that he says he is not proud of his recent actions and takes full accountability and apologize to my wife, my family, and her fans. He goes on to say, 28 years ago, I met an amazing woman, Wendy Williams. He says, at the time, I didn't realize that she would not only become my wife, but would also change the face of entertainment and the world. I have dedicated most of our lives to the business empire that is Wendy Williams Hunter, a person that I truly love and respect unconditionally. He goes on to say, I am not proud of my recent actions and take full accountability and apologize to my wife, my family, and her amazing fans. I am going through a time of self-reflection and I'm trying to right some wrongs. As it relates to the future, Kevin says, no matter what the outcome is or what the future holds, we are still the Hunter family and I will continue to work with and fully support my wife in this business and through any, and see, that's interesting right there that he calls her his wife right there. Is he too ashamed to admit that she is now his ex-wife? All right, so anyways, he says, and through any and all obstacles she may face living her new life of sobriety, while I also work on mine, I ask that you please give me and my family privacy as we heal. Thank you. All right, so it's interesting that this man is asking for privacy after he has flaunted his extramarital affair and relationship all over the internet. All right, he got Sharina Hudson pregnant and he's been out with her, buying Ferrari, Chanel bags, and all manner of things. All right, so just on this note, do you guys believe this apology? Is this apology sincere, or is this just PR? All right, did they just coach him and tell him to do this? All right, so of course, that's not all that we have to talk about with Wendy Williams. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. All right, so this headline right here, this headline is going to take number 2 and number 1 for today. Exclusive. Wendy Williams' estranged husband Kevin Hunter apologized in vain as he is fired from her show and has been given 48 hours to clear out from their marital home while the $215,000 Ferrari he bought for his baby mama is towed away. Woo! Number 2 and number 1. That was a mouthful. All right, so let's get into it. Kevin Hunter was fired as an executive producer on Wendy Williams' show after she served her philandering husband divorce papers last week. The 47-year-old was also fired as Wendy's manager, and he was given 48 hours to remove his belongings from their New Jersey home. The TV host decided she had enough after Hunter's baby mama, Sharina Hudson, was photographed by the Daily Mail. Hunter publicly apologized in vain on Tuesday, admitting he was not proud of his recent actions. Hunter's statement came as the $215,000 plus gold Ferrari Portofino he gifted Hudson was seen being towed away a day after he was hit with the papers. Wendy has been seen apartment hunting in NYC on Tuesday as she revealed Monday she was moving out of her sober living home and is ready to start a new life. All right, so a source has confirmed that the 47-year-old Kevin Hunter has been fired from the show, and he has been given 48 hours to remove all of his belongings from their marital home in Livingston, New Jersey. As Wendy Williams, as you know, is apartment hunting in New York City. All right, so let's see the receipts. Daily Mail is bringing it. Here you can see Kevin Hunter. He's walking away looking a bit stressed. All right, now this $215,000 Ferrari is being towed away. No joke, no games. Wendy is not playing with his baby mama. She is not playing any games. All right, so this car is being towed away. Kevin Hunter, you done it now. As you can see, this is a picture of his baby mama, as was reported in a video that I previously did. Sharina Hudson has been living the high life off of Wendy Williams' money, walking around in 1,500 jumpsuits and Chanel bags. All right, as you can see, this is the expensive $215,000 Ferrari that was loaded onto a truck and taken away last Friday. All right, so this is basically showing that Wendy is not playing and that $215,000 Ferrari is gone. All right, so you can see here a couple of men who were standing by. They probably were calling up Sharina, calling up Kevin Hunter, like, look, this car is being loaded onto a truck. It says that a Ferrari dealership from Greenwich, Connecticut picked the golden car up, as the two men who appear to be helpers for Hunter watched on. All right, so these were two men who were working for Kevin Hunter, trying to get him on the phone, like, look, come and get this car, or dog, I gotta let you know that your car is being towed away as we speak. And you can see Sharina Hudson, she was driving around in this car thinking that she was going to live off the high life, but Wendy had to let it be known that, all right, now that I'm done with you, the money is about to be cut off. Sharina Hudson, you living with this baby, you're going to be changing diapers, you might have to go and get on Medicaid because the money is about to be cut off. All right, so as previously reported, Wendy has been throwing all kinds of shade on her show. So, all right, so Wendy is not playing. She let us know right then and there. She is planning her life for her and her son. As you know, Wendy and her husband share a son together, Kevin Jr., 19 years old. All right, so she did not say anything about her husband. So that lets you know right then and there that he is out the picture. So Wendy is not wasting any time. All right, so Wendy Williams has been apartment hunting. She is moving on with her life. She is moving on to a new life for her and her son. Kevin Hunter has been fired, so now he's going to be out of a job. Sharina Hudson is out of a car. So what do you guys think about all of this Wendy Williams news? All right, don't forget that there has been tea dropped on Kevin Hunter, all right, about his alleged boy toy coming out and speaking out against Kevin Hunter. If you haven't seen that video, you can go ahead and see it here. From what it looks like, Wendy Williams is getting vindicated already, all right? So this is just a few pictures of Sharina Hudson, and this is the mansion that Wendy Williams and her husband shared. All right, and so basically Wendy has given Kevin 48 hours to pack his belongings and move out. And this home is a total $4 million home in Livingston, New Jersey. All right, so this is from the front what the house looks like. It looks like Wendy Williams is being vindicated, all right, for Kevin Hunter and his cheating ways. But let us know what you think about this. That concludes our top 10 list for Tuesday. All right, so if there was anything that we left out of this top 10 list, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this. We're going to try to bring this top 10 list every Tuesday. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment and share this video. and subscribe for more messy entertainment.